What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing good. Finally sitting down to get this recap out of the way on another red day recap for just one of the accounts. Didn't trade all the accounts red today, but that red account that we did trade today was a kaboom. It was another one of the 50K accounts that we didn't trade well yesterday. And when I quit trading in the morning, it was red, but it wasn't kaboomed. And I came back in the afternoon and sat down, said I was just going to do some reviewing and get a recap out of the way. And I had the wise idea to get back in the market. I took it from being down, the number that it was down, to about half the number that it was down. So we're doing good. And then I sized up, and that's where the problem came in. By sizing up, once the trade got red that I was in, it could not sustain the drawdown, which it really should not have had to sustain it because I shouldn't have been in that trade. And kaboom. Yeah. So we are one less PA account now. Good thing. I usually like to only trade 3 accounts at one time. So we kaboomed an account, but I still have another PA account. It's another 50K account that will just be taking the place of that one on the screen. And the other issue that I had today was I changed my screen layout so that I can kind of look at all 3 order entries at one time and take a trade at one time. And I didn't notice that there was something changed on one of my order entries. One of the things I didn't know that had changed. One of the other things I changed, and I didn't know how it would affect me until I was already in a trade. So first thing we'll do, let's look at the numbers. Going to be reviewing trades for March 8th, 2024. Gross profit, $3,286. Gross losses, $3,680.50. That left us with a net profit of negative $394.50. Trading at a 68.6%. So we were good here. 49 winning trades, 21 losing trades. Average winning trade, $67.06. Average losing trade, $175.28. This number here will not, or actually this positive over 50 number will not help. Those numbers are like that. Largest winning trade, 465. Largest losing trade, 405. Just, this is what did us in right there, y'all. That's what did us in. One thing that we never really paid attention to is that max drawdown. That's about to be important here in a second. So this is for 3 accounts. It's for 3 accounts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter and just look at these one by one. So this is what we did today in the $25,000 account. We closed out making $480.50. A great day. One thing though, the reason that this is a great day is because at the same time that I took that trade in the account that was red, I had taken a trade in the $25,000 account. It was on a good pattern. It was in the shop, so I can't really show the trade. But instead of the Superdome being set to MNQ, it was set to NQ. So I took this trade with an NQ, and instead of making, let's say $25, $30, which is what I'm usually seeing on one MNQ, with an NQ, it was $200, $300. And I think when we closed the morning out, we were up. Give me one sec. I had the video pulled up on a different screen. So I'm going to go over and see what we closed out on the day. When we closed out, we were up $117.50. That's where we left the morning at. So that's the $25,000 account. We traded that at 79%. Decent. Winning trades 43. Largest losing. And that's hefty. 124. That's that ouch moment. No way. It can't be right for that account. Largest winning trade 365. Largest lose. Was I in an MNQ or NQ at the desk? I don't believe so. So hold on. That's what it's saying though. I don't believe that. Now let's look at this $50,000 account. This $50,000 account. Gross profit, $1,285. Gross loss is $610. Okay, no. These numbers are accounting for, yeah, that's what it is. These numbers are accounting for trades that I took out in the shop, but on the charts, it will not show order entries and order exits. So that makes sense now. That's why that number for the 25K account had that big red trade, because I took the NQ trade, not knowing it was NQ, and went down and then kind of scrapped my way back up to what you saw the profit was. But this $50,000 account, total net profit, we made $675 in that account today. That was trading 77%. Largest winner 183, largest loser 305. All right, I'm sorry, average. So we're about negative, about 0.5. Yep. So decent that account. And then this bloody one right here. So you got to figure, if we're positive this one, positive that one, and we were at about like, what, say $1,200 or so, this one has to be a banger. Yep. Total net profit negative $1,550. We traded this at less than 50%. We took less trades. Average winning trade, $65. Average losing trade, $188. We're at a 0.35. Largest losing trade, or largest winning trade, $135. Largest losing trade, $210. Just horrible, y'all. Just downright horrible. But what I do want to show y'all before we, how do we want to do this? There's one thing that I did today. We'll start it there. Yesterday, or the day before, I woke up with an idea to actually put together a rule sheet, like just rules for the trade, rules that I need to apply when I take a trade. And I was telling Spark this, and I was saying it'll be a good way for me to go back and check my trades after the fact. Spark said, after the fact, why not do it before you take a trade? Oh man, Spark, you just be dropping gems. Well, guess what? Today, I had my little rule sheet set in front of me, and I did not look at it when I was trading. I did not. But what I did was, after the trading day, I made some sheets up, and I'll show these here in a second. that basically lets me grade my trading. And that's why I wanted to do it after the fact. I wanted to grade my trades. And when I tell y'all, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Based on the criteria that a trade has to meet before I really want to pull the trigger, and what I was doing, especially in that $50,000 account. Now, the $25,000 account, it doesn't look bad, but it's not great. It's not great. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up those sheets real quick. That's what we'll do. Is that what I want to do? Nah, first, let's look at the layout that I had changes to. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm all over the place right now, y'all. So this was the layout. This is the layout. I'm going to blow this up just so hopefully it'll clear it up. So if you notice, I kind of moved some stuff around and I made it to where I have my super domes all on my main screen. This is my main screen. And I've kind of adjusted it some more because if you notice, this super dome has a P&L box. These two, because I was trying to keep my charts at a decent size, I removed the P&L. I did not know how important that was going to be until I got into a trade and it didn't give me the bars to be able to like move my stops within the Superdome. But if you notice at this time, it was 9:30. So market had just opened, 9:31. And look, we're green, $52 in the 25K account. We're green in the $50,000 PA account. And we're green in the 190. We're green in the other $50,000 account. I would have took this small green day in all of the accounts over being green 480, over being green, what were we green? $800 or whatever we were green in this account, and then being red in this one, $1,500. I would have took this small green day because this account right here would have lived to see another day, y'all. But got careless, man. And this is where I want to show you also. And let me see, you can't really see it, so I'm gonna get the video playing. But notice, and I hate this program. I need to use a different program when I'm reviewing these because it keeps popping that up. But notice, I got a 15-point stop. I have a 15-point stop that's down here. Look at what's loaded in the box on this one. I have a 10-point stop loaded. So what would happen, I'd take a trade over here in these, and if the trade went against me 10 points, it would stop out of this one. But if it only went 12 points and then it reversed, this trade would live and go in my favor and possibly work, while this trade would stop out losing on one contract, $200, on two contracts, $400. That's why you saw those $400 losses. But this was the layout that I was using. I like it. It's nice. Since we're in the video, we'll keep watching. I'm going to speed it up though. And what I'm going to do is when I get into a trade, I'm going to pause it and I am going to grade the trade. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to do that for maybe the first one or two trades. And then I'll do it for the last trade, and you can see the difference. And then I'll actually show you the sheet just so you can kind of see what it is. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start speeding this up, speed it up until we actually get into a trade. All right, so we're in a trade. Let's go. Let's grade LMD's trading based on my rules. So first rule, no report of major news within 10 minutes. So we're 9:37. Only report that we had was at 8:30. So we're good there. We can check that one off. No trades 10 minutes before market open, and no trades 10 minutes before the market is closed. It's 9:37. Market's rolling. So we're good. We could check that box off. Price is above the 100 moving average, and the 100 moving average is above the 200. So the 100 moving average is my gray line. We just barely above it, but the 200 is the red line. We are below it. Can't check that box off. But within that same box, it says, or price is at least 10 points below the 200 moving average. So we could take a trade with the price below both of these lines, but it has to be 10 points to that line. So can't check that box off. Next box. Chart has flipped green and price is no more than 8 bars from the color change. So we flipped green. We're 1, 2, 3. So we could check that box off. We're good there. Prior pivot is no more than 15 points from the entry price. So let's look at this. Entry price, let's call it 321. The stop is 305. So we are not 15 points. And you can tell easily. Look where the pivot is at, way down there. So we can't check the box off for that one. And then no major resistance within 15 points. Major resistance, 4-hour price level, VWAP, which you won't see on this particular screen, but it would be off on my screen over here. You can see it right there. We are above VWAP, so we're good. So a 4-hour level, VWAP, the 200 moving average. So I can't check that box off. So for this trade, out of 6 criteria, we check the box off on 3. And 2 of them really don't apply because once the market is open, that one is that's almost like a bonus point. You're just getting a bonus point for that one. So we check the box off on 3 out of the 6. Now I'm trying to grade these trades, and the way that I'm kind of grading them is if every single box is checked off, that's a A setup. If I'm missing 1 box, that's a B setup. And if I'm missing 2, it's a C setup. So this here is clearly a C setup. And I don't need to be taking C setups. Let's watch the trade play. Let's watch the trade play. Bam, that quick. We take an L. Pause it again. Always expect it's 200 to cause rejection. Intraday line right here. Peekaboo's over the intraday line and it rolls. Now, guess what? Had I not been in this trade, look at where I got out. And let's just say that that was the entry for this one. So first 2 of them, we already know. No news, 9:30. Second one, price is below, because now the chart is red. Price is below the 100. It's below the 100, and the 100 is below the 200. So we could check that box off. So we automatically, now we got 3 boxes checked off. Chart has flipped green and price is no more than 8 bars away. It flipped red, I should say, and we are only 1 bar. So that's good. We got 4 boxes checked off already. Prior pivot is no more than 15 points from entry price. So we entered in, let's say 305, 315, that's 10, 320, that's 15. So this one we would not be able to check off. And no major resistance within 15 points. I don't really see any major resistance. I see an intraday line down there. So this one here, this would have been a better trade than that. Let's see how it plays out. But again, we're at 937 too. We're dealing with this pre-market chop. Or not pre-market, but this 930 chop. But look at that. Okay, now look. Let me pause it again. We go short. We go short, y'all. Let's run through it. First two, those are bonus points. Second one, 100 is below the 200. 100 price is below the 100, and the 100 is below the 200. That one we check off. Price is within 8 bars of flipping red. No, we are way away from it. Can't check that one off. Prior pivot is no more than 15 points. The actual pivot that we're talking about is not this pivot, it's that pivot. So it's way away from 15 points. So can't check that box off. And then no major resistance for 15 points. Don't really see any major resistance. So we're good there. But this is a, how many did we miss? We missed 2. We missed the 8 points or 8 bars, and we missed the 15. This is a C setup trade right here. Whereas if we'd have entered here, it would have been a B setup trade, and it would have worked. Did you just see what I did just there? I moved my stop up. Now, it wouldn't have stopped me out because the stop was just above that pivot. But notice I just get out of the trade because I know it's a bad trade. So now instead of being up whatever I was up, now I'm only up $7. Let's grade this trade because we all over the place at this point. First two, bonuses. Second one, price is above this one, but we're not using that criteria. We're going to use the OR. And the OR says price is at least 10 points away from the 200. So we entered at 307. The 200 is at 318. So we're good there. We can check that box off because of that. And then charters flip green and we're no more than 8 points. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Can't check that box off. And then no major resistance within 15 points. So the 200, it met the 10 to trade back up to, but it does not meet the 15. So we can't check that box off. It's another C trade. C trades can work, but they don't work as well as a B or an A trade. And notice, so you want this so it has the range to get up there. That's why you want 15 points between the entry and there. So you can get the range to get a full point or a full R out of the trade as opposed to just a scalp. And that's why that kind of counts against you. Now watch it flips green. Now here you can take that, but then you're not going to check that box off right there. And say, I should be looking to get out of this trade right now. I should be looking to get out unless it snaps over this 200 and I move my stop to break even. That's wise because I should be expecting this to fail. And it could possibly work. And so we're paying attention to that. Let me pause this. Look at here. I'm down 635. I think that's what that says. 635 or 835. Excuse me. This is why it took so long to do this recap. Man, this cough is kicking my butt. But notice we stopped out of this trade. Look at this trade here, still open, and we're up $340. This was one problem though. I was sizing up yesterday or during this trading day. I'm doing this video a day late. I'm sized up. I'm in 2 contracts. I should only be in 1 contract. Good morning. Yeah, so I should only be in one contract. So that was one of my problems right there. But let's get the video started back up again. And now you see I'm going in and I'm trying to add this P&L column after the fact, so I can see where I'm at, so I can start trying to manage this trade. Look at this. We're up $600. But I'm over here playing with this box, trying to get it where it needs to be at. I should have did all of that before I started trading this morning. So it's just one of those days, y'all. And then one thing that I also forgot to mention, the first trade of the morning that I took was an excellent trade, because the video started a little late. The first trade that I took this morning was a good trade, and it was a good short trade, but I went long, y'all. I went long. So I had to hurry up and get out of that trade. I wrote on my sheet, botched trade. And then I took the trade the right way. And when you look at the sheet, you're going to see it checked off all the boxes. But because of the first trade, I ended up getting out of that one flat as well. And that turned out to be a great trade. The next trade I took in the 25K account, it checked off all the boxes. It was green. The next one, it didn't check off one box. It was green. Next one didn't check off one box. It was green. Next one after that didn't check off two boxes. It was still green. And then the next trade only checked off two boxes. It was red. Next one didn't check off three. It was green. Didn't check off three. It was green. And so on and so forth. But I just wanted to show one more trade. Let's speed this up. I want to show the last trade. So looking at that one, that should be a decent trade other than the resistance right here. I can instantly look at this and see we're over the 100. The 100's over the 200. We're within 8 points. The only thing is resistance right there. That's the only thing that's hurting this trade. So it's one box that didn't get checked off on that one. Yep. The second to last trade. Look at that, y'all. So that was a B trade. And you saw the results. The resistance is what was going to cause that trade problems. Let's scroll through. Let's see if we can get to that last trade. Okay. That should be the last trade right there. Let's pause it. And let's run through it. Let's let it play out for a little bit longer. And look at me moving my, and so I just wanted to, yeah, I'm just kind of chasing it. But let's pause it. Is that the second? Yeah. No. Let me bring this back just a little bit. I want to look at this last. Okay, yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's run through the criteria real quick, and then we'll take a peek at that sheet, and then I'm going to get out of here. Go try to drink me something to. That's the last trade. I knew something was wrong. So this second to last trade, we didn't check off the one box. Didn't check off the one box. This is the last trade of the morning right here. And first two, those are gimmies, no news. We're above the 100. The 100 is above the 200. We're in it before 8 candles. And there is no resistance, I don't think. Let's look. Entry is 30. Call it 35. First area of resistance is going to be the previous high of day. So well above 15 points. Let's just kind of run this out, see if it makes it all the way up there. Because that should have been target previous high of day. And this still was a good trade. Saw that we was up like 15 points right around here. And we're going to go ahead and creep on up there, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, look like it's trying to roll. Nope, makes the move up. So that was a good trade right there, y'all. That was a good trade. But let's go ahead. I'm going to bring up the spreadsheet real quick. And then we're going to get up out of here. It's going to pop up over on the left-hand screen. So what I'm going to do, this is the spreadsheet for the $50,000 blown account. And you notice I wrote it right there, botched trade. This was a botched trade. Next trade, it checked off all of the boxes. All of the boxes, but I didn't manage it well. And then notice these next ones. Just after these gimmies, these are gimmies. After that, just horrible, horrible. None of the criteria really being met. And it showed. Blew that account up. Now, this is the $25,000 account. Again, same thing. Botched trade on the first one, which led to a flat trade. Trade number 2, all the boxes got checked off, and it was a flat trade. That's what that says, flat trade. Third, everything checked off. It was green. We missed one here. That was green. We missed one here. That was green. We missed 2. Small green. We missed everything except the gimmies. That was red. We missed 3 here. Small green. Missed 3 here. It was a red trade. We missed 3 again. Red trade. We missed these 2. Got out green. We missed just the 1 on the second to last trade. We had major resistance, maybe about 10 points away. Got out green. And then this last one, everything was green, and you saw it actually went to target. It went all the way up to that resistance. So that's my sheet. I will be looking to make sure that I'm checking this stuff off before I take a trade on Monday, not after. I still want to grade it afterwards, but what we think we doing is not what we be doing, y'all. I'm finding that out. I'm thinking I'm taking quality trades, and based on my criteria, I'm way away from taking quality trades most of the time. But the thing is, when I take a quality trade, it works. It works. It shows that it actually works. So I need to 7 days. I want to have this sheet in front of me or pulled up on another screen, and I could just roll through them. We don't have no news. We're not 10 minutes prior to the market opening. Prices above this, and this. It just flipped, and we getting in within 8 bars. The prior pivot low is 15 points or less away. That means that I can get my stop in place. Don't have to add additional risk. And no major resistance is within 15 points, so that I know that I can get 1-to-1 out of the trade. If it's less than 1-to-1, and that's the only thing that's not checked off, I should be able to expect to get the move up to at least that resistance and be able to capture like a scalp trade. Capture a scalp trade. But on that note, thanks for checking me out as always. If you hadn't hit that like button, now would be a great time to do so. If you're not subscribed, now would be an excellent time to subscribe. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Rough end of the week. Friday strikes again. Friday, for some reason, is always the day that I am green in the account, and I find a way to give it all back plus some. And it happened again. But it didn't happen in me giving green back in other accounts. It happened in me digging a deeper ditch going red to the point that I exposed myself and I gave up a PA account. And to think, y'all, that PA account was to the green a very good amount. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'll give you the numbers right now for the 25K. The 25K is banging right now, y'all. The 25K account, we are doing excellent. We are definitely going to request a payout on that account next Friday. Waiting on Apex to load up to show it, and it's not wanting to be great right now. But I want to say that account is at about 27.6. There it go, just pulled up. Nope, it's at 27.3. It only needs to be at 26.6. So we are doing great on that account. Yeah, doing great. And my iPad just went to sleep on me. So that's telling me that I need to log off. We're well over 30 minutes. We'll be back at this thing again next week. Peace.